are pouring generic brand cereal while you are eating a $44 breakfast.
What difference at this point does it make?
Hey guys, welcome to the Silver Report. Here we are, it's Wednesday, March 15th, 2017. And if you guys want to get in contact with the show, the best way is constitutionalcoins74@gmail.com. It's a big day today. We have the Federal Reserve meeting to discuss this interest rate hike. Maybe they could finally take their heavy stone fist off of the price of precious metals. And so what we've seen, despite the surge in consumer confidence and exuberance of what lies ahead, the real wages for America's average worker has declined again year over year in February. It's down 0.3%. So wages have dropped. And this is the first consecutive monthly drop in real wages since 2011. In 2011, Ben Bernanke, he unleashed quantitative easing 2 later that year as a result of these dropping wages that took place then. And so what we're seeing, please explain to me how we're having more jobs added, but real wages for America's workers are declining. And tell me how this is an economic recovery. Not only this, the Federal Reserve hiking interest rates into the weakest GDP growth outlook since 1987. We saw that the first quarter of 2017 is projected at 1.2% GDP. Now they're hiking interest rates into declining real wage growth. And what we are seeing is the result that these interest rate hikes have nothing to do with the state of the economy. In fact, it will damage the economy dramatically. What we are seeing with our national debt today, the debt ceiling locks in at $20 trillion. Our federal government has been busy trying to spend all available excess funds that it has, so we are going to be in a very dangerous position with that. They're going to have to raise the debt ceiling once again. There are many people who are hopeful for this debt ceiling, but this is a very, very dangerous trend as we see that growth in Japan, following the same principles, their debt to GDP back in 1990 was just surpassing 100% of their GDP. And now it's above 250%, and they've had stagnant growth for the entire time frame, which was once one of the fastest growing economies, one of the most powerful economies, one of the highest GDP percentage increases year over year, which has now become essentially useless in the world stage. Japan is suffering compared to some of their other countries in the similar areas like Taiwan and China that are just producing on a mass scale, India even, with GDP numbers that are astronomical. These countries are continually expanding, but what we have seen in Japan is that they are no longer expanding, except for their money supply, which is the same tactic adopted by the United States federal government and the Federal Reserve at that, because what their plan is not to benefit the American citizens, not to benefit the American people, or else they would look at these numbers like the average American workers' wages have dropped. And this is the first consecutive monthly drop. So it not only dropped in February, but it dropped in January as well, showing signs that we are in a recession, showing signs that we are not in an expansionary period, that these unemployment numbers, even though they are fabricated, we have a higher percentage of the American population right now not in the workforce than we did in 2007. Before this whole crisis, we have a larger percentage of people not in the workforce, and yet somehow they're saying that we have some of the best unemployment numbers. This system is flawed, and they're lying to us. And the same exact situation we're in that caused quantitative easing 2, we're facing again. And yet, interest rate hikes. Why? And it has everything to do with the inflation. It has everything to do with quantitative easing 1, 2, and 3. This money was printed and the cash has been on the sidelines. It's been in the Federal Reserve's excess reserves. All of these banks were not even able to hold all of this cash. They didn't need it. And now it's beginning to lend. and to make its way into the system, the reason they would raise interest rates would be to try to stifle lending, to try to stop this money from making its way in, because they see the greatness of the danger that we are in this country and the bullish sentiment among silver and gold that is out there in the populace. This is why they need to suppress the price, because silver and gold are the only way to preserve your wealth from inflationary cycles like this. And what we're facing, the Federal Reserve is terrified. They know the economy's not good, and they lie. The story they're telling you is a lie. That the economy's great, that the numbers are great, because what we're seeing is stagnation of wages, a decline in real wages in the American worker, an increase in the prices. We see that oil is at crazy low numbers right now. It had a massive crash, even though it had a rally yesterday. But what we're seeing is the price at the gas pump, it didn't go down, did it? No, it went up. That is because the depreciation of the currency is now beginning to take place as this money's making its way into the system. And we are in the danger zone. The Federal Reserve understands that. And they also understand the danger of people looking to gold and silver. These world events are terrifying not only Europe, but the United States. And these people, there's a lot of excitement across the bullion desks. And they don't like this. They don't like if the world wants to back away from their corrupt system. I just wanted to start off, guys. On the 19th, we're doing the giveaway for the Guardline quarter-mile driveway alarm system. It's a $150 value. We're giving it away free. If you guys want to enter that contest, be sure that you find that video, Security for Home and Property. It's real simple. Just check out that video for the description. We're also giving away 4 ounces of silver, so check out that video as well if you guys want to be a part of the contest. And I thank you guys for joining me here on the Silver Report. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, share the videos, get the word out. I thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, stay safe.